So MetaQuest Plus has been around for a while now, and I actually think it could be the best way to get into VR and to get the most out of your Quest headset. Essentially, Quest Plus is a subscription service, whereas instead of paying full price for games, you essentially pay a monthly fee and you get access to a catalogue of over 20 games, as well as getting a couple of new games every month, as well as some other perks. Now, I've been playing VR for a while now, and I would say that my Quest library is pretty large. To be honest, I hadn't really considered Quest Plus properly because of that. However, something that amazing is going on is that Meta are actually offering free trials. Now, Meta got into contact with me and are actually sponsoring this video, so actually thank you very much. It helps massively to support the channel. But actually, I thought it was a great opportunity for me to take a closer look at Quest Plus and whether it actually provides good value for people who are getting a Quest headset. Now, for people who already have Quest headsets, Meta are offering a 1-month free trial. It gives you a fantastic opportunity to quickly try a large selection of games, and if you don't want any of them, then you just not continue the subscription afterwards. However, I recently bought a Quest 3S just here. So, and if you buy a Quest 3S at the moment, you actually get a 3-month free trial. No, that's a tongue twister, isn't it? You get a 3-month free trial to Quest Plus, which honestly I think is genius. It just means that when you buy one of these, you don't have to immediately spend an absolute fortune on games. You can just jump straight in and have loads of games ready to go. How exciting is that? And you get that for 3 months. One of the things I think is great about that is that if you do those 3 months and you decide that you actually really like one of the games on there, but that was it, you can then just buy that one game. You don't have to continue your trial, but you've had an opportunity to try all of these different games. So I haven't actually started my free trial yet, so let's do it. Alright, here I am. So I'm currently sat on my chair in my office, although it looks like I'm stood from over there, but hey ho. What we're going to do is let's have a little look on the store and go over to Quest Plus. Now, I've bought this headset. I've not done anything else. I've not started it, but look, already it's giving me, because I've done my MetaQuest 3S purchase, I can start my 3-month trial. How good's that? So we currently get 2 monthly games. So we get Warplanes and Space Fog, which is 2 £15 games, which we're just getting as part of our MetaQuest Plus. And then also access to this games catalogue, which has tons of stuff on it. So let's quickly open this up. We've got Sweet Surrender, In Death Unchained, Guardians Frontline, Until You Fall, which I know is a good game, Demio, which is a fantastic game. I love Demio. Onward, so a shooter. There's just a massive selection of completely different games. Green Hell VR, a little survival game. That's a good game. BAM, which I've actually featured on our channel recently. That is a great game and great for multiplayer as well. Wallace and Gromit, Fruit Ninja. Some really good sort of entry-level games for people. Hand Physics Labs, again, good entry-level VR games. Walkabout Mini Golf. Synth Riders. Asgard's Wrath 2. That's like a top-end, almost AAA, you could say, AAA VR game. Jurassic World Aftermath. You're getting tons of really good games. And that's going to just cycle through a bunch of different things. That's really, really good. Alright, so let's start our 3-month trial, shall we? So just bang on there, it just does it automatically. And we'll go with our monthly option, although $59.99, that is a good price. So it's $7.99 per month, but if you go and just spend 60 quid for the year, that's cheaper than most AAA games. So if you buy one console game a year for the same price or less, you're actually getting all of these games that's constantly cycling through. You could be getting loads of new games. That's so good. So honestly, that's really, really good. The fact that it's just a free trial and you can just jump straight in. I mean, I think it's a no-brainer for most people just to jump on and get to try out games. In fact, I think it actually makes the purchase of the Quest just so much more justifiable. Because, I mean, I remember when I first bought my Quest headset, I bought it and I spent a little bit of money on a couple of games, and I felt like I couldn't justify getting more games at that point. I just bought the headset. I needed to not spend all of my spare money just on games at one point. So being able to do that and getting access to a whole bunch of games on day one, I think Meta have done a fantastic job with that. And then I think ultimately for a lot of people it would definitely be worth continuing that on every month. And if you don't feel like it's worth doing that for you, if you're not a big fan of the games that you have, or the games that are coming aren't valuable in that sense to you, then just pick the ones that you find valuable and just buy them and don't continue your subscription. I think $7.99 a month is actually very affordable, considering most games on the Quest store cost more than that. If you're getting 20 games that you normally have to pay more than $7.99 for, and you're getting access to that every single month, I mean, that is very affordable. And if you want to spend the extra money and go for 60 quid and just pay for the year, that's the same as one AAA game. Honestly, I think Meta's onto a winner here with Quest Plus. I think it's actually a fantastic option. I think the only reason why you shouldn't do it would be, for example, like me, you have a massive library full of Quest games and you've already spent that money on those games. So I've spent a lot of money on my library that I have now. My library is much bigger than when I first got my headset. If I had Quest Plus at the time, would I have done that? Probably not. I probably would have just had the subscription and had my favorite games that I would have purchased if they ever left Quest Plus. But what I love is that there's just this massive wide variety of games. There's some adventure style games, there's puzzling games, there's sort of introduction to VR style games, like really simple and easy to play games, and then the more complicated stuff like Asgard's Wrath, which is just a bit more intense. So I think Meta have had an absolute blinder. So fair play, Meta. Well done. You did a good job. Now, this catalogue is always revolving. They will be taking away titles, but they also add titles. So you then always have new games to be able to play. So if it's getting a bit stale, it does change up. And you get 2 new games every month added to your normal library anyway. All these games you can play online. You can play multiplayer. You get mixed reality games as well that you can use the sort of mixed reality features with. You also, I think if you're subscribed, you get discounts on other games as well. So if you want to be purchasing games alongside your subscription, you do get some discounts thrown in there that are exclusive to the subscribers. I generally think for a lot of people who already have a lot of games, this is probably a good way of sort of experiencing some new stuff that you probably wouldn't have thought of getting. Sort of change up your library a little bit. But it's really going to be just amazing for people who are new. People who can just pick up a headset, get a brand new Quest 3S, let's say, and they come in, they don't have any games. Oh wait, you have over 20. And because things like Asgard's Wrath is on there too, I imagine if we wait a year or so, you're probably going to find like the new Batman game will probably find its way on there eventually. I think Meta are sort of owning this VR gaming space, and they're doing a very very good job. I think honestly that's all I have to say about Quest Plus. I'm surprised and quite impressed. When it first came out, I wasn't sure how I felt about it. I just didn't feel like it had value for me. But I mean, I don't think there's any harm jumping on a free trial. So if, like I said earlier, if you want to do that, there is a link down in the description. Go hit that link, get yourself a free trial, try it out, see what you think. And if you don't like it, you don't need to do anything. But if you love it, then it's good value for you. Keep going, you know. Anyway, guys, if you appreciate the video, I'd appreciate a like. If you want to see more from me, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Whoop.